There are some lines that nature draws in the sand. Lines between the living and the dead. Lines between a mother and a grandmother. Mama Nneka crossed them all. At 2 a.m. in a nursery in a quiet duplex in Asaba, the nursery monitor is flickering. Adanna, the young mother, rushes into the room because she hears a heavy, dragging sound. Crash, crash, like a bag of cement being dragged across the floor. She turns on the light. She expects to see a thief. Instead, she sees her mother-in-law, Mama Nneka. But Mama Nneka is not standing. She is hunched over the crib and she is not moving. Her skin has turned grey, rough, hard. Adanna screams. She touches the old woman's shoulder. It is cold as ice. Mama Nneka has turned into solid stone, frozen forever in the act of trying to steal a child that was not hers. How does a grandmother end up as a statue in her grandson's bedroom? To understand the cause, we must understand the obsession. Chidi was Mama Nneka's only son, her golden boy. Her husband died 20 years ago, so Chidi became her husband, her son, and her project. When Chidi married Adanna, Mama Nneka didn't wear a frown, she wore a smile, but it was a shark's smile. She moved in for the weekend and stayed for 2 years. She cooked Chidi's food. She ironed his boxers. She sat between them on the sofa. She told Adanna, "You are the wife on paper, but I am the mother in blood. Blood is thicker than paper." Adanna tried to be respectful. "It is our culture," she told herself. But when Adanna got pregnant, the atmosphere shifted. Mama Nneka became territorial. She would touch Adanna's belly and whisper to the unborn baby, "Don't worry, grandma is coming. I will feed you. I will raise you. She is just the vessel." Adanna felt a chill every time. She wasn't just an overprotective grandmother. She was a woman who wanted to be the mother again. The baby was born, a beautiful boy. Adanna was weak, recovering from a C-section. This was Mama Nneka's moment, the Omugwo, postpartum care. But it wasn't care, it was a takeover. Mama Nneka took the baby from the hospital room. "Rest," she told Adanna. "You are too weak to hold him. You might drop him." She locked herself in the nursery with the baby for hours. When Adanna tried to breastfeed, Mama Nneka would hover. "Your milk is watery," she would criticize. "He doesn't like it. He wants something richer. He wants strong blood." Adanna started noticing strange things. The baby would cry uncontrollably when she was with her, but when Mama Nneka took him, he would go silent instantly. Too silent, like he was under a spell. I have to pause. This dynamic is common. The overbearing mother-in-law. Many women suffer in silence because they don't want to disrespect the husband's mother. But there is a difference between helping and hijacking. Here is the question for the jury. If your mother-in-law started acting like the baby was hers and wouldn't let you hold him, what would you do? A. Kick her out immediately. Disrespect be damned. Or B. Let her stay to keep the peace. It's just love. Vote in the comments. #kick her out or #let her stay. I want to see where you draw the line. The climax came on the 7th night. Adanna couldn't sleep. Her mother's instinct was screaming. It was 2 a.m. The house was silent. Adanna got up to check the nursery. She didn't turn on the hallway light. She tiptoed. She reached the nursery door. It was cracked open slightly. A strange pale blue light was glowing from inside. She peered through the crack. She saw Mama Nneka sitting in the rocking chair, holding the baby. Mama Nneka was humming a lullaby, an old song in a dialect Adanna didn't understand. And then Adanna saw it. Mama Nneka unbuttoned her nightgown. She wasn't holding a bottle. She was lowering the baby to her own chest. She was trying to breastfeed him. A woman of 65 years old trying to nurse a newborn baby. Drink, my son. Drink the ancient source. Forget the watery milk of that stranger. Take my spirit. Adanna wanted to burst in and scream. But before she could move, the baby did something impossible. He didn't latch. He pushed the old woman away with tiny hands that suddenly looked incredibly strong. He opened his eyes. They were not baby eyes anymore. They were bright, glowing purple. He opened his mouth and a voice came out. Not a cry, a deep, booming voice like thunder trapped in a small box. I do not eat poison. Mama Nneka froze. Her eyes went wide. The baby spoke again. You tried to feed me jealousy. Now you will carry the weight of it. The transformation started at her chest. Where the baby had touched her, her skin turned to grey granite. The stone spread rapidly, up her neck, down her arms. Chidi, help me, she tried to scream. But the stone reached her jaw. Her mouth froze in a silent scream. Her legs turned to heavy pillars. She was calcified. When Adanna finally ran into the room and turned on the lights, it was over. The baby was sleeping peacefully in the crib, looking like a normal child. But in the rocking chair sat a perfect, terrifying statue of Mama Nneka, cold, hard, heavy. Chidi ran in. He tried to shake his mother, but she was solid rock. They couldn't even lift her. She weighed a ton, the weight of her ego. They had to call a construction crew to drag the statue out of the house. The statue now sits in the garden of their village house. The villagers say that when it rains, the statue cries. But the baby, he grew up strong. He never speaks of it, but he never hugs anyone except his mother. Mothers, love your children, but let them go. Grandmothers, support your grandchildren, but do not steal them. There is a boundary ordained by nature, and if you try to cross it, you might find yourself frozen in place. Do you think Mama Nneka was evil or just a mother who loved too hard and went mad? Let me know in the comment section.